Welcome, Husker Nation, to Black Shirt Monday, where each and every Monday going forward, I'm going to break down the Black Shirts and their defensive performance from the previous Saturday's football game. This past Saturday against the Oregon Ducks, I was proud of how the Black Shirts played. They forced several 3-and-outs, and they kept the Huskers in the football game early on until the Husker offense could get rolling around halftime and in that second half. Now, they held Dakota Pruk up to 146 passing yards. This is an offense, keep in mind, that last year and so far this year in their previous 15 games had averaged 44 points a football game. They'd only been held under 38 points 3 times. They scored over 60 points 3 times. The amount of times they've been held under 38 points was the same amount of times they scored over 60 points. So this is basically a team that plays basketball on grass. They're basically a track team in pads. Now, I predicted last week on Preview Thursday that the score would be 38-31. In favor of Nebraska, and I said that because I knew if the Black Shirts could keep the Ducks in the low 30s, that our offense would at least be able to score in the mid to high 30s and allow the Huskers to win the football game. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like everything is roses in a valley full of daisies for the Black Shirts, because it wasn't. They did give up 482 yards of offense, 336 rushing yards, at just over 7 yards per rush. Now, coming into the game, the Black Shirts had not given up any points in the fourth quarter. In that fourth quarter against the Ducks, they gave up a 97-yard touchdown drive after we pinned Oregon deep to allow Oregon at the time to take the lead. Now, to me, the rush game, which we're normally pretty stout against, and I feel like we'll be okay, and the 97-yard touchdown drive at a point in the game we could have put our foot on the throat and the nail in the coffin are two things that need to be addressed. That being said, the Black Shirts have still only given up 6 points in the fourth quarter combined this entire season, so I'm very proud of how they played. Now, I checked my Facebook page, and I had a Mr. Eric Wu hit me up. And he made a point that I want to address. He said that you could argue Oregon lost the game more than Nebraska won the game because Oregon had 12 penalties for 124 yards, and they also had 4 missed 2-point conversions. Now, if you watched my video yesterday where I break down the offense, I'm in the middle of a cornfield, for goodness sakes. If you haven't watched the video, just go check it out for that reason. I addressed some of the mistakes that the Huskers made. Now, keep in mind, these are 2 college teams. They're going to make mistakes. The only thing that matters is that 2 teams scored exactly 5 touchdowns, but only 1 team won the football game. Now, I've had several other people tweet me, post on Facebook, and ask me what I think about this win, Nebraska being ranked, and how it's going to impact the team the rest of the season. I actually think it's going to have a major impact on the rest of the season. I'll address that in tomorrow's video, so be sure and tune in tomorrow. So until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red, and always remember to throw the bone.